In 1943, the Solomon Islands was the scene of fierce air, ground and sea battles. Many lives and ships were lost to the sea. In 1943, the Aaron Ward, a 348-foot Bristol-class destroyer, was crippled by heavy Japanese air attacks in the Florida island off Guadalcanal. An attempt to beach her on a shoal was made. She took on water rapidly and sank off Trinity Point. Fitted with extensive arsenal and large guns, she is reported to be virtually intact, sitting upright with helmets and shell casing still visible on the deck. In November 2001, a team of Australian divers mounted an expedition to explore the USS destroyer Aaron Ward. Diving the Aaron Ward is a moving experience. Every foot that we descended, we seemed to descend further back into time, back to a more violent time. Sitting almost upright in 73 metre, it was not hard to imagine the noise and confusion of those poor souls locked into battle. We descended between the intact aft funnel and the rear of 5 torpedo tubes. 2 torpedoes still remaining in the tubes, never to be fired in anger again. Moving forward, we could see the torpedo warhead protruding from one of the tubes. Swimming was awaiting discovery. Looking up at the airy silhouette of the impressive communication tower coming to view, this vast array of radar masts was used to control the directional fire of very big guns. Around the area of the bridge revealed substantial damage. The bridge wings and the 20mm guns are a mass of twisted metal, a terrifying reminder of the power of air attacks. Retracing our steps forward, passing the bridge on the starboard side, passing over 2 forward 5-inch battery guns. Swimming over the forward deck, it seems everything in perfect order, as it was half century ago, except now is a breeding place for myriads of fish life. The colourful soft corals growing on the vessel for decades is softening the battle scars. Dropping below the deck area and in front of the bow section, we couldn't miss to see the two anchors still inside the hose pipe, a sign that the Aaron Ward was under full steam, hard to rudder to avoid her eventual destruction. The forward deck is severely buckled, probably due to a collision with the bottom when she sank. She now sits on a sandy bottom and due to her weight now conform with the shape of the seabed. Retracing our steps over the forward 5-inch guns, we entered the bridge for a closer look and gave ourselves a panoramic view of 180 degrees from the top. To imagine what once was inside the bridge now is hard to recognize, as everything is collapsed in a big pile. Leaving the bridge area, we dropped down to the starboard gangway, parallel with the torpedo tubes. The still intact turntable that support the directional mechanism for the firing propulsion of the torpedo is clearly visible. Continuing past the aft funnel, flanked by two 20mm guns and derricks for the reloading of torpedoes, we come on the two supporting pods for the guns director. As it stood in 1943. Moving to the aft quarterdeck anti-aircraft defense area with an impressive array of weaponry, but not enough to save her from her eventual fate. This area is crammed with 20mm guns, 2 40mm boffer and 2 5-inch guns. This 40mm used to hammering away the enemy. All guns on the Aaron Ward are trained skyward, as if still scanning the sky for a long departed attackers. Leaving the stern defense area, we swim to the port side and then around the stern to the propellers, only to find out that the port side propeller is still in place and the starboard side is off the ship and now is lying buried in the sand, with only parts of the blades visible. Returning from the props to the stern deck, the deck looms skyward at an angle of about 70 degrees. The Aaron Ward sank stern first, and the tremendous impact with the bottom caused the stern to bend at this angle. Remarkably, the rear depth charges racks are still in place. Looking up at the 5-inch gun, it seems with a salute of gesture to the men which gave their life on defending her. On the stern deck, adjacent to the funnel, is the ship's searchlights, known as the ship's eye. This huge lamp is made of hundreds of small pieces of glass, forming a kaleidoscope effect. It is intact and in excellent condition after so nearly 60 years of saltwater immersion. Retracing our steps and getting closer to our buoy line, we went over the side for a closer look to the ship mainmast, which lies over the starboard side, resting in the sand. Our bottom time running short, we returned to the line and made our way to a long decompression stop. Resting at the compression gave us ample time to reflect on the Aaron Ward last moment. Due to the depth of the Aaron Ward, it is hoped that she and her excellent war records will remain preserved for many years to come, and the future visitor will respect the final resting place for her and those lost. Taken from a well-documented story, 3 enemy planes coming out of the sun, surging ahead flank speed, sighting a dogfight over Southern Islands. Aaron Ward tracked a closer group of Japanese planes heading south over Tulagi. While swinging to the starboard, the ship suddenly sighted 3 enemy planes coming out of the sun, surging ahead flank speed. From the first 3 planes struck or near the ship, and the mining effect of the near misses proved devastating. The first bomb was a near miss which tore holes in the side of the ship, allowing the forward fire room to ship water rapidly. The second struck home in the engine room, causing a loss of all electrical power on the 5-inch and the 40mm mount. Shifting to local control, however, the gunners kept up fire. A third bomb splashed closer aboard, holing at port side near the after engine room. Having lost power to a rudder, the ship continued to swing to the left as another trio of dive bombers loosened their loads on the now helpless destroyer. While none of those bombs hit the ship, 2 landed very near the port side. 20 crewmen had died, 59 had been wounded, 7 were missing.